ようこそオークランドへ。成田からのツアーの旅、大変お疲れ様でした。日本時間で午前4時48分です。
南半球に来ました。ニュージーランドに入国しました。だから海ぐらいちょっと審査厳しいらしいんでちゃんと申告します。今6時33分、オークランドに到着しました。これから町まで1回バスで向かいます。トゥランギーとか、だからトンガリローとかウェリントンとか他の都市に行くバスが全部ここに並んでます。スカイタワーの下のバスターミナルです。とりあえずホテルまで歩いていきます。10分12、3分ぐらい歩いていきます。もう少しだ。今日は1泊だけこのポイントバイシェラトンに泊まります。まだチェックインできないと思うので荷物だけ預かってもらいます。チェックインして荷物だけ預かってもらって、今まだ8時20分なんですけど、今からちょっとフェリーで島に行ってみます。なんかかわいいお店。 2番デボンポートに来ます。9時20分にまだ来てない。デボンポートに着きました。ちょっとトレッキングします。今からマウントビクトリアまでトレッキングします。というかハイキングね、すごい軽いハイキング行ってみます。
I'm always trying my best. 내게 원하던 대로. But the world just won't let me alone. 이제 나를 알아보겠어. No one can truly see inside. 넌 말해 I understand you. 살며시 숨을 보내도 지나온 날이 무색하게. Someday I see the light. 잠시 눈을 감고 기다리며 And then everything will be alright. 수많은 밤을 지내고 너는 내게 말했지. 부서진 노래 담긴 건 모두 흘려보내자고. No one can truly see inside. 넌 말해 I understand you. 살며시 숨을 보내도 지나온 날이 무색하게. Someday I see the light. 잠시 눈을 감고 기다리며 And then everything will.
このパン屋さんで買いただけ買いました。マッシュルーム。今日はもうすでに3杯目のコーヒー。美味しい。やっぱニュージーランドコーヒーめっちゃ美味しいところ多そう。いろいろこれから飲んでいきたいと思います。マウントビクトリアのハイキングに来ました。登っていきます。ショートハイキングです。 1日だけなんで、でも朝着いたから十分楽しんでる。めっちゃ景色いい。帰ります。よかった。メンバーズに登録すると136ドル、40ドルくらい安くなったので買っちゃいました。バックパックのバックパック、ニュージーランドのブランドです。登山ブランド、ちょうどいいサイズで嬉しい。今日からこれをというか山はこれを持っていきたいと思います。 ちょっと早めにご飯食べに行きたいと思います。早朝にオークランド着いたんで、かなり時間を有効的に使えてる感じです。
It's good to see you, that's bullshit. You don't like me and we both know that. Can we just pretend we're grown-ups for a minute? You said you're sorry, but talk is cheap. You got away with it too easily. Can we just pretend we're grown-ups for a minute? You've been a mean girl since 95. That's your way of getting by. Well, you should get a taste of your own medicine. And I'll eat your heart out. Your ex-man is with me now. You've been talking shit behind my back just to feel good about yourself. But he's with me now. We're kissing on your old couch. I know you're trying to feel better 'cause you're being bitter on your own. Eat your heart out. Me now. We're kissing on your old couch. I know you're trying to feel better 'cause you're being bitter on your own. Eat your heart out. Hell, you had your chance and you blew it. So don't come round here acting stupid. Don't come round here acting foolish. Don't come round here acting all innocent. I know about the games you play. Well, you should get a taste
ニュージーランド初日では、今からカジノに行ってきます。勝って軍資金をゲットしたいと思います。勝てますように。
I know you're trying to feel better 'cause you're being bitter on your own. Eat your heart out.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves at age 18. We had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do. I wonder if you think about me too. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. Oh, I miss you.
あそこ足湯ある。すごい。フリーラフパークに来ました。無料の公園です。すごい温泉の匂いがする。ロトルはかなり温泉の街みたいですね。 しょうこと。今からレッドウッドツリーウォークに向かいます。ちょっと5時過ぎちゃったんですけど、夕方からトレッキングします。
I can try if you let me. With our lives, I am bleeding. Who am I without stories that aren't mine? What I did to achieve you gave me air, thought I had to. I'm untrue, it's not pretty. The truth hurts, and you stayed on the ground while I was high. Guess you've been here before. You closed the door. Now I don't know what to say. I expect you to leave. I deserve to be unheard, but I want you to see that you are the reason why I try. I don't know what you're thinking, but I know how you're feeling. I have crushed and burned someone before, and now I'm afraid of the person I'm pretending to be. But I'm more afraid to tell you I'm less than you see. And I know when I let go right now, gonna turn you against me. 'Cause baby, you stayed on the ground while I was high. Yes, you've been here before. You closed the door. Now I don't know what to say. I expect you to leave. I deserve to be unheard, but I want you to see that you are the reason why I try. 'Cause it's the look in your eyes filled with doubts, and I'm scared. I am trying my very best to make it okay, but do you even care anymore? Yes, baby, you stayed on the ground while I was high. Yes, you've been here before. You closed the door. Now I don't know what to say. I expect you to leave. I deserve to be unheard, but I want you to see that you are the reason why I try.
高い方のレベルの方に行きます。よいしょ。
It's a hard thing to know that your soul will stay hollow. Even if I know that nothing lasts forever, maybe you'll listen someday. I know it is not enough to say I'm sorry. Didn't beg him to stay, so there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Yes, there he goes. I know I did him wrong. Something is broken inside me. I got what I gave. I am worthy to feel this way. But I want him to know that nothing I did was to hurt him. I'm sorry I gave him this burden. There he goes. There he goes. Yes, there we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
戻ってきました。最後。一泊しますここに。 だけでしたけど、すごいいいところでした。出発します。今日はターコに向かいます。よし。今9時33分で、レディノックス間決戦のショーが10時15分からなので、9時45分までに行きたいんですけど、多分50分ぐらい着いちゃうんで、今ネットでチケット買いました。オプショナルツアー会社だと当日買えなかったので、公式サイトから直接買いました。1人45ドル。これを見せてパッと入場したいなと思います。急いで向かっていきます。パーキング来たんですけど、車でレディノックス間決戦のところまで行けっていうので、それで急いできます。やばい、あと20分しかない。
Kia ora everyone! Kia ora. We can do a little bit better than that. Kia ora everyone! Nau mai, haere mai, ki Waiokapi Thermal Wonderland. Welcome to Waiokapi Thermal Wonderland. And we'll give them a round of applause as well. まてあういてやろはAll that beautiful lady Noxcaza, if you guys are heading out, safe travels.
10時15分に頑張ってくる価値あるかってやるとすごいはすごかったです。一瞬ですけど。スタンプを押してもらって入場しました。なんかコースが1キロ歩くコースと2キロのコース、3キロのコースそれぞれあるので、せっかくなので3キロのコースで行きたいと思います。 今こっちから来たんで、今度はこっちに行ってみたいと思います。
You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. You got me feeling uncomplicated. Whatever happens is meant for us. Rushing into all the situations. Whatever happened, we came there first. Go a little wild is your personal expression. Far over the line, tell me we ain't something special. Wrap me around your solar system, make me do whatever that you want me to do. You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Maybe forget about the consequences. Wherever we're going fast. On top of the world,
すっごい硫黄の匂いがしました。一番奥まで行くとブルーラグーン見えます。だいぶいいお散歩コース。ちょっと体力必要かもしれませんね。奥まで行くやつは帰りは上りです。ひたすら自己ゆっくり回ってきます。
You got me dancing in your storm, burning everything we know, dressing up as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but as firefighters. You got me dancing in your storm, looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire. Looking like a breeze, but really you're a forest fire.
サンホールズに来ました。よし、行ってみよう。うわ、すごい。
Morning has broken, my windows are open. Wanna feel the wind blow through my hair. Which way do I follow? What happens tomorrow? I turn to you and hope you can guide the way. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me hope. So I lean on you when I've lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. In times that are changing and when hope is fading, I know I can turn to your embrace. 'Cause there's so much beauty under your heaven, and I'm grateful every day. Sometimes I give up, just wanna be on my own. Even in the darkest times, you give me
真珠がある。
I lean on you when I've lost my way. I keep holding on for a better day. I lean on you when the world's astray. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I left my heart open so you hear my prayer. I was a rebel without a cause, living out of the blue. Used to think I knew it all, but didn't have a clue. And love was just a game, wore my heart on my sleeve. Nothing scared me anyway, nothing could ever break me. Now I'm falling down, thought I'd have it figured out by now.
Who's the bar out there with the
Should do it with grace, but I'm not okay. Still the world keeps turning. I can't escape myself. This roller coaster of emotions and the person I'm becoming. Still learning, pushing 30. I always used to chase the stars, tried shifting light. Now I don't fuck shit up, I'm not looking for a fight. I've been seeking my whole life, racing to the finish line, but I'm still on the run while they're settling down. Now I am falling, yeah. I thought I'd have it figured out by now, but I'm not fine. Should do it with grace, but I'm not okay. Still the world keeps turning. I need a break, I can't escape myself. This roller coaster of emotions and the person I'm becoming. Still learning, pushing 30, going out swinging, falling. Now I can hear it calling, going out swinging, falling.
おはようございます。今日は2月16日、とんがり路の登山に行ってきます。今朝5時10分です。ここにホテルにバスが迎えに来てくれるみたいなので今待ってます。気温はそんなに寒くない、7度とかだと思います。行ってきます。Good morning. バスは 間まで来ます。3時までにバス乗れないと置いていかれるので、ちょっと撮影は控えめになるかもしれませんが、行ってきます。綺麗だ。行きます。ここまで来たんだから。今で1時間ぐらいです。やっと。結構舐めてた。全然初心者まあまあきついっす。私は普通の人よりはちょっと体力があるぐらいの人ですけど、それでも結構これは過酷な気がします。あと7時間ぐらい頑張ってきます。風が強いです。15.7 キロです。次の難所はついにガッツ登山です。ここが帰るならここだそうだ。あれを登ってきます。ってきました。ママ、ちょっと青空が見える。あれが頂上で来てくれるのを願います。あと 13.7 キロ、4時間半です。ここトイレ。今9時18分なんで、だいたい2時間くらい登ってきたとこです。まあ順調っちゃ順調なんですけど、これでも結構頑張って登ってきてって感じなんで、聞いてたよりは全然きついですね。スクワットを1万回ぐらいやってる感じですはい、じゃああと4時間半頑張ってきます。天気悪くてそれだけが残念です。でも入山できただけでありがたいです。おかげさん一人目です。ここニュージーランドで初めての世界旅、最高。見てください、まるであの世の入り口です。吸い込まれるようにみんな霧の中に入っていきます。次はちょっと急なところを、上のところでちょっと休憩しようかなと思ってます。すごいです。 朝おにぎりと味噌汁作ってきました。超美味しい。ちょっとここで休憩します。今10時20分なので、3時間くらいで8キロちょっと行ってきたっていう感じです。もうすっかり真っ白になってしまって寒くて登りが本当にきついです。頑張ります。行ってみます。これ父に帰ってきたトレッキングポールです。でもこれがあってよかったかも。借りてきてよかった。お願いだから晴れてくれ。もう頂上近いんですけどね。てか頂上なのか。あいにくの天気でした。残念。登れただけでいいと思う。来れただけで、入山できただけでありがたかった。とりあえず行ってきます。ここかなり危険らしいので、あんまり動画を撮らずに登山に集中します。ブループール曇ってるけどちょっと見えた。よかった。めっちゃ感動する。 はい、待っててよかったもん。登ってきた帰りました。めっちゃ天気に恵まれた最後はよかったです。これはまあまあきついです。はい、じゃあすごい綺麗だよ。あ、すごいぬるい、あったかい。やっぱり火山だから温泉ですな。温泉なのかなこれ。でもあそこ湯気出てる。温泉なんだ多分。すごいあったかい、入りたい。寒いから綺麗。よし、じゃあ後半も頑張ります。ここ終わりじゃないんで。あそこ降りてきたんです。すごいな。てかあそこまでずっと登ってきたあれを降りてきたのね。本当に急。頑張りました。でもまだあと11キロあんだ。3時間です。あと頑張ります。できました。またしてもブルーラグーン。はあ、すごい綺麗。やばいのかなってことなのかな。時間今12時40分くらいです。なのであとリミットは2時間20分。 ちゃダッシュしてるあの若者。あと1時間45分。1時7分。やばい。よしよしよしよし。後半が結構きつい。やばい。これは3時のバスに間に合わないかもしれない。だいぶ急いでます。これは間に合うんでしょうか。やっぱ外国人足が長いんでね、こっち早歩きで歩いてるんですけど、あっち普通に歩いてるんですよね。だって表示のあと何時間何キロあと何分っていうのを日本人あんまり適用しないかもしれないです。私かなり早歩きでこれぐらいのスペースでずっと来てるのに、あの人たち普通ですから。あと 3.1 キロ。オレンジの三角を目印に。最後っぽい道がもうすぐっぽい。終わったー。マジできつかった。おしゃれ。いや、これでバス、あ、よかった、すぐそこだ。無事トンガリのアルパインショッピング完走しました。いやー、マジきつかった。今までで一番きついトレッキングでした。初心者簡単に行きますよって言えないです。全然簡単じゃないです。以上。ちょっと部屋に戻って着替えたりお風呂入ったりちょっとゆっくりします。
forgotten our lines crossed. We're wasting time on stuff that doesn't really matter, while wishing for something better. I try to fix things that weren't broken, misunderstandings and words unspoken. We fall apart and I won't dare to say, do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't wanna know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time. Same way, then don't pretend that everything's okay. Don't string me along the way you do. Just let me get over you. Maybe you don't wanna know, you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I don't wanna waste my time, no. Maybe you don't wanna know, you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. Cause I don't wanna waste my time, no. I don't wanna waste my time, no. No, I don't wanna waste my time.
今ニュージーランドの不動産の前です。ニュージーランドはめっちゃ土地が高いです。1億ですかね、約1億以上だな。すごい。でもこう貸せばいいのかな。ニュージーランド結構住みやすそうだし、旅行者も絶対レンタカーで旅行する人が多いから、常に貸しに出すってこと考えるといいかもしれません。ホテル結構高いんだね。面白い。結構いろんな国で不動産の広告見て歩いてます。その土地の価格とかわかるので結構面白いです。
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no a clear light as any to see the horizon and the fire. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a race. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to live. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to live.
今日は首都ウェルリントンに向かって450キロ移動してきます。ほぼ移動の日になりそうです。
Anything else I can help with?
フラットホワイトとポテトとか買いました。
I know I have to lay in the bed I made. I know I let you down, and that was a big mistake. Just tell me your life, you have to. I just wanna pretend that you're mine for the last time. Is that alright?
旅ももうそろそろ終わりです。今空港にレンタカーを返しに向かっています。ここじゃない。あ、いいね。車返却します。ありがとう。
Please, just tell me what's on your mind. 'Cause I don't have time to figure it out. Figure it out. We haven't been our best for long. I think that we're just holding on to something that won't work out. Maybe we should walk away, just say goodbye and go separate ways. I can feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. I can feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. Falling down. We're falling down. And I can feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. I can feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. We're falling down. We're falling down. What's happening right now? I think we're falling down. I think we're falling down. I think we're falling down. I think we're falling down.
I know you're hurt. I can see it in your eyes, babe. You need to let your mind off things. No, it hurts. I can see it in your eyes, babe. But I know you have a lot to give. I know that it's getting cold, the waves are crashing in. When the streams are getting strong, just hold on to me. Yeah, I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I know you're strong. Need to get yourself together. Things still get better if you just believe it. Yeah, it's getting cold, the waves are crashing in. When the streams are getting strong, just hold on to me. Yeah, I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. Oh, 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 I'll be your guiding light. Oh, 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 I'll be your guiding light. Oh, 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 I'll be your guiding light. Oh, 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 oh. I know that it's getting cold, the waves are crashing in. When the streams are getting strong, just hold on to me. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light. I'm your lighthouse, I'm the sun against your dark clouds. I will always be your guiding light.
ちょっとご飯食べに行きます。
If I had a boat, I would sail out. Take every brother and sister of mine. We'd roll in the sunshine and sleep when it's dark, hoping to find somewhere we can call home. But it's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black. 'Cause it's black, it's all black, black water. If I had some time, I'd be biting it well, but 'cause it's mad, yeah, it's mad. Oh, the whole world's mad, 'cause it's mad, it's all mad, it's mad out there. 'Cause it's black, yeah, it's black. Oh, the water's black, 'cause it's black, it's all black, black water.
これから国内線で、クイーンズタウンまで向かいます。